Let me say first and foremost, thank you, Dr. Bonus, because you remind me of something. You all heard of John Quincy Adams, have you not? And John Adams? Well, John Quincy was John Adams' son. Back in those days, everybody had to learn Greek and Latin to go to college. You know that, right? Well, John Quincy Adams didn't want to learn Greek. He says, I can't read that stuff. But his father kept on pressing him. And one day he threw the book away. He says, I'm not learning it. And his father brought him a tiari. He says, you're going to go out there and work. I got you a job with a construction company. And he went out there and worked for 3 days, digging up ditches. And the third day he comes, his father says, Dad, where's that book? I want to wake you up. But thank you, brought it in mind. You know, I know Paul for years now. He was not even married yet. And then I know Linda from the time they got married. And then I know the 3 beautiful little girls when they were that young. Now they're beautiful ladies looking like their mother. And the only thing I regret, I got 6 grandsons that are so much younger. The only good thing is that if they were older, they would be fighting among themselves. The 6 of them, they're only 3. Anyway, I'm not going to make it long. Teaching is the key to communication, and communication is the key to understanding. And the Hellenic news is the key to understanding because it's a communication act. We all learn from it. Whether we read it or not, it is there. We look at it. Even in its presence, when you walk into a church hall, or in the orthros or whatever, and you see it there, you know that it is there giving you a message. That message is good enough to tell all of us that there's somebody out there putting all this thing together. In all honesty, and I mean that very sincerely, this man is one of the giants of the Greek American community. Really he is. If you look around, there are very few people across the country who do some things to bring the synergy that he's talking about together. That's the only way you can do it. And today we need this kind of thing. Because AHI, the American Hellenic Institute, that Dr. Spear has talked about, for which I was the national chairman for 8 years for AHI back in the 80s and early 90s, has done but it's doing its job of trying to bring Greece and Cyprus together into the American perspective. The AHEPA hopefully is doing its job in the social side. I hope they don't get into political. Everybody do their own job. Their church is doing their stuff with the young. Now we've got the Hellenic News and Drexel University and Dr. Tsitsekos, who is the dean of the college. So I have a suggestion today. At the University of Delaware, a few years ago, as you know, I retired from there, we established a program that every January for 6 weeks, we take a group of students to Greece to study engineering, because the professors want to teach to them the idea of the ancient Greek engineering, and especially, as one of the engineering professors told me, the way the Greeks were able to put together the Acropolis in such a way that you cannot tell the perspective not being in a straight line, because when you look something in the distance, everything seems to go like this, don't it? But when you look at the Acropolis, they're like this. And the Greeks were the only ones to do it. I didn't even know that until he explained it to me. And of course, they take the history course. So my recommendation in this day and age of global business, with the dean of the college here, how about setting up a winter session 6 weeks program and advertise it around the area universities for students to go to Greece on an international business program? Because the problems that Greece has today are international. And we can use that knowledge for us. And the students will learn to bring that stuff. And they might even see something else. That'll be one of the 2 courses, and the other can be. And those courses will be fully transferable to the institution from which they come. Then we lose no credits at all. And that's the way it will be. In my years at Delaware, I sent a lot of students to Greece. And every one of them that came back somehow got involved. One of them, in fact, when he graduated, he went back and worked for 3 years in Greece. He loved it so much. So it can be done. At the same time, before I close, 80 years ago, when my father worked in the Pullman Standard Car Manufacturing Company, back in Gary, Indiana, where I was born, because I'm 80 years old now. my no, Hot Dog John. All he did was hot dogs. That was the store's name, Hot Dog John. One day the IRS came in and he says, "Why don't you leave me alone?" I said, "Why?" He said, "I'm only making, what is it that you want?" He says, "Well, you're making $90,000, $100,000 a year back then." I said, "Yeah, but you're showing $10,000 a year profit." I said, "Yeah, I've got expenses." I said, "Well, you can't possibly have all of many expenses." "Well, sure, this and that and the other." I said, "Yeah, but what about those 9 trips to Greece?" Hot Dog John says, "Oh, we deliver." Support Hellenic News, because if you support it, you're supporting the giant behind it. And the only way to expand is by supporting what is good for all of us. Thank you.